do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Welcome to the Daily Fantasy 2-Minute Drill. Tonight, the puck drops on a new hockey season, and with baseball's regular season being completed, DFS hockey is the only game in town until Halloween when the NBA gets things up and running again. Let's talk about some strategies on how to craft a solid daily fantasy hockey lineup. We're going to start with goalies. This position is to DFS hockey what starting pitcher is to baseball. It's expensive, and you're going to want to spend for quality keepers in good spots if you plan on being successful on a consistent basis. Goalies aren't scheduled like starting pitchers, however, so you'll have to be diligent about checking Twitter and RotoGrinders NHL daily research tools to be sure that your netminder is between the pipes that evening. The Vegas lines can also be helpful in selecting goalies. It's a good way to start for a novice, and you're going to want to target keepers from games with low over-under totals, and obviously pick the goalie from the team that's favored to win. Now, where are we going to spend our money, and where are we going to look for value in terms of your skaters? Now in baseball, we look for value at the light hitting positions like second base, shortstop, and catcher, or some platoon players who are hitting in the top half of their lineup that day who have a matchup advantage. For hockey, the roster spots to look for savings will usually come at left wing and your second defenseman. It's not that hard to find a cheap defenseman for your number 2 D-man who spends time on his team's power play unit, either the first or the second line, and the same goes for cheap left wings who are skating with the team's top 2 lines. Players who log a lot of time in the power play are an absolute goldmine for hockey DFS, so do your diligence and spend heavily on those players with a power play advantage versus their opponent that evening. We have a brand new research tool on RotoGrinders that will help you sort all of that information out. My favorite team today to spend on is the Chicago Blackhawks top 6, and the Montreal Canadiens are a great place to look for value on this short slate of games this evening. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll talk a little bit more about crafting a solid DFS hockey lineup at 2:30 Pacific, 5:30 Eastern, on Grinders Live at rotogrinders.com/live. Bye, everybody.